We are living through an extraordinary moment in history. Here in 2025, revolutionary game-changing technologies are scaling at a speed that we have never seen before. Think back. Steam engines, during the Industrial Revolution, electricity, the internet, smartphones, and every era had a tipping point that changed everything, with a massive shift. Of course, creating financial hardship for many, but also creating opportunities for others to build generational wealth, but just for the few that moved early. The dot-com gold rush, the rise of Google, Amazon, Meta, even Bitcoin. How many times have you thought, what if I was there early? Well, this is the moment again. Right now, we are entering the biggest tipping point in history, artificial intelligence. It is changing how we learn, how we make money, how we work, how businesses are built. It is literally the fourth industrial revolution. And like every revolution, you have two choices: ride the wave or let it crush you. I want you to be on the right part of the history. And I want to show you how to not just survive this shift, but build wealth and become a pioneer on the AI era. So the only question is, will you be again part of the 99% of people that once again say, I wish I was early? Or will you join me and make this the smartest decision you have ever taken? So the first thing that you want to do to make money with AI is stop selling agents and workflows. But don't get me wrong, instead sell AI solutions. And what's the difference? So let's first understand that I'm not talking about selling complicated workflows, identifying real business problems and then solving them with AI. In this video, I'm going to explain you why just selling agents doesn't work, what should you sell if you want to make real money, and how to do it step by step. So the AI boom has created a lot of hype. Everyone is talking about agents and workflows, but the truth is automation has existed for decades. The only difference now is that you have slapped the AI label on it, and suddenly everyone's paying it attention right now. It's like putting a neon sign in an old restaurant. The food is the same, but now the people walk in. So the beginner's mistake that you don't want to do is focusing on the technical side, learning a lot of nodes, APIs, multi-agent systems, and forgetting what really matters, the business pain. When I sold my first 1200 workflow, I didn't talk about nodes or APIs. What I said was, this will save you hours every week. And that's the only thing that business owners care about: money and focus. At the end of the day, they don't care how you do it. They don't care if you use a workflow or just duct tape. Think like this if you order a taxi. You don't care what car it is. You just want to go from point A to point B as soon as possible. And of course, as cheap as possible. So the conclusion that you need to understand is simple. Don't sell tools, sell results. So when they ask you what you sell, you should answer AI solutions, because the difference is simple. A workflow is just a tool. A solution solves a business pain. So when they ask you what you sell, you should answer AI solutions, because the difference is simple. A workflow is just a tool. A solution solves a business pain. I will build you a chatbot. I will reduce your customer support by 60%. I will save you 10 hours a week. Or I will cut your marketing spend by 30%. That's how business owners talk. So if you want to sell to them, you need to talk like them. It's like medicine. Nobody cares if you take Advil or Tylenol. They just want the headache to go. So the framework that I always use is diagnose the pain, solve it with a system, even if it's with AI or not, translate into value. This value, remember, that is hours, money, and errors avoided. And then I price it according to the value that will deliver to the business. If a business spends 5 hours per week in onboarding, that's over 200 hours a year. At $50 an hour, that's $10,000. But if I automate 80% of that onboardings and charge $3,000 for it, it's not an expense. It's an immediate ROI. That's how you stop being a workflow freelancer and become a business solutions provider. So you should be wondering, Okay, that sounds very good, but how do I apply it to myself? The first thing that you want to do is pick a niche. Agencies, real estate, e-commerces, coaches, doctors. It doesn't matter. What matters is repetitive processes, fast payers, and the most important thing, that you talk to them in their language. So the next thing that you want to do is diagnose the pain. Talk from 5 to 10 businesses and use the framework. Listen carefully and repeat to confirm. Then poke deeper. How many hours are lost? What does that time cost? How many errors cost? So the next thing that you want to do is prototype a solution. Don't over-engineer it. This is the most common mistake. You want to do a solution that is according to the business needs. You don't want to do something or smaller or bigger than the business needs. So the first thing that you want to do is start small and scaling the solution by doing tests. So to do this, the first thing that you want to do is spend 15 minutes to sketch a flow, 60 minutes to build something basic in N8N or Make, and then 15 minutes recording a 3-minute loom showing before and after. That's enough to prove value. And you should be wondering now, okay, but how do I price this? Use this formula: weekly hours per rate per 52 weeks per percentage automated. That number is equal to annual savings. Your price is equal to a fraction of that savings. That's how you turn your offer into an investment, not a cost. So of course, when you start, insecurity is normal. So here are 2 options for you. Do a couple of projects, cheap or free in exchange of experience and testimonials. Offer a money-back warranty. If it doesn't work, then don't pay. This will give you confidence, case studies, and social proof. And that's how you move from freelancer to consultant. And then later, the big contracts will come. I'm talking from $1,000 to $30,000 or even more. But be patient. The most tough part is the very beginning. So just to review, keep in mind these metrics: hours saved, money recovered, and errors reduced. So grab this and turn them into case studies and testimonials. And that way is how you go from saying, I think I can help, to I already helped 3 businesses like yours. Here are the results. That's the shift that makes you grow. And that's the circle: diagnose, solve, and translate into business value. Then stack proof until you scale with confidence. If you want to succeed in this AI gold rush, stop obsessing over the tech. Obsess over the customer and their problem.